So in this video, we're gonna try and find the most things for combos, like most free spinning, most rubber, all that. And I actually made a combo making 15, but I messed up the recording, and it was finally a good one after a few pretty trash ones. And then I messed it up, so that's fun. Anyways, so let's start with the most free spinning. First thought's gonna be a wyvern. However, I think actually Lucifer, which one is it? No, not Barricade. Oh, I guess it's on Sparky. Lucifer the End, and that has a lot of free spinning. And is that like a yeah, that's the does Lucifer the End? I don't think I have his chassis, does it? Oh no, it has the weird metal ring things for the things thingy-majiggers, you know? Like and and okay, where are they? There's three of them. Come on. Is this one of them? No, it's not. It might be. Like that one? So yeah. Okay, it doesn't have a free spinning disc, even though it is very free spinning on its own. Now, is there... Oh, wait a minute. Okay, so Jet 2 Balance, that gives you 2 free spinning things. That's already a good start. Now, for the driver, let's see. You're thinking probably Baron, but there might be something with 2 free spinning parts. I don't know what that would be. I mean, I think Atomic is a better option in the first place because it can free spin in all directions, which just gives it more options than Circular. Yeah, I think that's the most free spinning thing you can get. There's Absorb, which is kind of like that, but I think the most free spinning combo you can possibly make would be Atomic with Jet and 2 Balance. Next up, let's do the most metal. Now, I know leftburst did do these videos, and he actually did use the combos, but I don't care. I'm doing it myself. Haha. So, metal. I think we're gonna go with the most metal there is. Nightmare does have that on the layer, but you can't put a disc on it. So what has the most metal on the layer? Oh, right. On top and under. Now, I believe in his video, he used Knockout from Knockout Odin. I'm using Guilty, though. I think it's the best fit. The weight, I'm going to go with 0. I think it's the heaviest. And then, I don't know if the core matters. Probably does. Do any of these have metal? Oh yeah, Longinus. So basically just Longinus to start for the disc. I think Karma, the ones it comes with, already has a lot of metal on it. Yeah, essentially the default combination, just with a different driver. Question is, which driver? Potentially both. I mean, technically the metal comes off, so charged metal is entirely metal on the underside, so maybe that. That's what it comes with, Metal Destroy. Orbit metal, wait. I don't know. I thought Orbit Metal is metal. What is Orbit Metal then? Is Orbit Metal not? Okay. There's no info on it? Seriously? Orbit Driver. Plastic ball tip. What? What's plastic? Oh. I didn't know that. Interesting. Cool. Well, I always get those two backwards. So if there was a metal orbit, or rather an orbit metal, which is not probably for a reason. That would probably have the most metal on it. Wedge is a solid metal spike, so wedge is pretty solid. I don't know what driver has the most metal on it. You would think it would be a metal driver, but there's not. I don't think there's a metal driver that has a metal on the tip. That's the problem. So all of these metals don't work. Quattro has, I believe, yeah, two metal pieces. It's a little bit of metal, but not enough. Shot has a lot, but it takes up the disc space, which we don't want. Sword is decent. Mm, yeah, I don't. Yard metal does have a free spinning. I think this is tough. I think charged metal has the most, honestly. It just has an entire flat surface of metal. So, in my opinion, the most metal thing you can have is basically just Longinus, Guilty Longinus with charged metal. Next up, the most. Let's go with the most. I think rubber's pretty easy, but it's really just Vanish Fafnir with Zephyr and probably like Extreme. That's easy. Now, as for the most balls, that's going to be a default Zeus, really. You go with Zeus. I don't have any discs. Oh, yeah, Zeus, Around, and then Planet, the driver it comes with. The most metal balls will be Zeus. The most springs. Now, if we're counting individual springs, so you have like Archer Hercules that has 2 spring-loaded things, compared to Geist, which has 3. I don't know what has the most. What layer has the most springs? Now, count it by individual parts. Like, I know Strike God probably has multiple, like up to 3 springs in the layer, but it has 1 part that springs. So Geist Fafnir is the high. Oh, Shelter Regulus technically has 4 springs in it. That would be a really weird choice for the springy Beyblade, though. Ideally, we want the springs to be going out, not pulling in. Okay, we don't have any springs in there, obviously. I don't think GT doesn't have many gimmicks on the layers, so yeah, no, that's. Oh wait, Flare, that has the most metal balls in it. That would be the metal ball thing. But as for springs, is Shelter Regulus seriously the piece with the most? Well, Volcano has the most springy thing because of the whole spring zippity thing, but or Burn. Burn does have 4 spring-loaded parts, but I think Shelter Regulus is funnier, so we're gonna go with Shelter. And lastly, a Blade might have more. No? Nope. So the layer with the most spring-loaded parts, we're going with Shelter Regulus. Very goofy choice. Now, spring-loaded disc, that's pretty easy. That's going to be Sting. Nothing else really has any springs in it. And lastly, there's actually quite a few spring-loaded drivers. My first choice is Nothing because the entire part moves. But then you go, oh wait, Absorb. The middle part moves and the part on the outside spins and moves and does balancing things. So Absorb, Sting, and Regulus. That's my most springy combo. Now, obviously, Regulus isn't very springy on its own. Like, there's just a little piece that moves out and can be hit back in. Otherwise, I'd probably go with, like, Chaos for most springy combo. Yeah. Now, what about most off-balance combo? Interesting. So, I'd probably think it's gonna be. Would it be Zyphoid Excalibur? Because Zyphoid. No, actually, it's not that off balance, is it? Never thought about that. What's the most off balance layer? Cognite has the like balance changing ability, but ooh, Hollow. Okay, so we've got Hollow and then go with 2 attack and put more of the weight on one side, the heavier side, and then the driver operate. That would be actually convert. So wait, the weight is on this side. Wait, the weight. And those are the prongs, which means if you have the chassis. So if the chassis was, okay, I see what the chassis looks like. Yep. Oh, okay, so the weight's going to be up here. That's not ideal. What about the stamina? Is the stamina different? No, same. Okay, that's unfortunate. But you could have weight up here and more weight here, and then have it bounce around. That would be very stupid, but it would be kind of funny. Now, what about the most bumpers? Curse. You could say they're reels, but I think they're more bumpers. Like things like glide, any plastic piece that can be hit in. Curse has 5. That's hard to beat. Ooh, wait. I believe they're rubber. The chain has a lot. Oh, wait, no, I got it. I don't know if chain is the most, but tact has 6, and they're very much loud. Now, let's go down to the metal rings or forge discs. Hurricane or, Blitz. We're looking for floppy plastic things, and I think Blitz takes the cake on that one. So that's 3 floppy plastic things, and then the driver, claw, easy. That would be a very loud combination. That would just be flipping and flapping and clacking all over the place. Now, what about the most? The most what? Oh wait, there's 5 on all materials. Not as much as 6, but still cool. What's the most circular combo? Probably maximum Gruda. I'm thinking the proof frame. You could go with over, considering it's a circle. But assuming we don't go with over, what is the most circular forge disc that have a frame on it? Because you put the proof frame, that's a perfect circle. So what's a perfect circle forge disc that has frames? I mean, 0 is pretty circular, but not enough. You could have to go 0 proof. And then the most circular driver? That's a strange query. You'd think something like Excel, very simple, everything is circular, but I don't know. Like bearing drift, that's very circular. What even defines the most circular driver? They're all circles, aside from some goofy ass ones like edge. Gotta be all weird like that. Like something with a lot of layers? Or I don't know how you can, like, if you're watching this, try to comment that. What in the world is the most circular driver? Universe? Because it has like a ball and a circular ring? Probably. That's what I'll go with. Now, what about something? No, that wouldn't work. What about the most difficult to burst? So we could go to straight BU where they have the BU lock thing and do all that stupid stuff. But I'm going with the most burst locks. It's like orichalcum that grips the driver. Ooh. So yeah, what would just be super difficult to burst in general? So when they launch that thing, the blades go out and grip the driver. However, that doesn't work in. It doesn't work in what's it called? Slow spinning. You probably want something round as well. Like Dead Phoenix could work. I don't know, there's a lot of things. I don't think anything has 2 forms of burst stopper aside from like BU bays. Judgment, but that's an attack type, so that's easy to burst. Tact, because it's left spin and has a crap ton of bumpers on it. Or, I forgot. These exist. So we're ignoring the infinite lock bays because, yeah. I want to go with orichalcum, but I don't think any discs make you hard to burst in any way. But the lighter the disc, the harder you are to burst. So you could just go with something super insanely light, like Boost or Infinity or Oval or any of the single layer, like Spread. You just throw a Spread on orichalcum, and then for drivers, it's got to be a dash, obviously. What's an attack type driver? Typically, attack types have harder springs, anyways, because they need to. Like if you were easy to burst on an attack type, you would just burst yourself on your own hit. So like a dash is track driver, like Destroy would be good. Mm. Hmm. If you left something high up, it'd be kind of harder to hit you, I guess. That's a stupid strategy, but it might work. Oh wait, driver's like Yard, except not the metal one, because metal would make your bottom part heavier, and that would make it easier to burst. So you want a super light dash driver. So like I think you would want to go with Orbit, or not Orbit, Atomic Dash. So Atomic Dash orichalcum with a super light disc, that would be difficult to burst. Or any, I guess you could also just put that on Prime Apocalypse or Regalia Genesis. Probably Prime, because Prime has a 1 point instead of 2. So you just have this infinite lock bay where the. Actually, would it be better to move the disc more or less? If it's heavier, it moves more. If it's lighter, it moves less. But if it's heavier, it could just like spin or. Wait, where was I? GT. You have to get the disc in the right spot and then hit this point. So if it spins a lot and it's very easy, then you touch that point, and as you're about to burst it, it just moves even more. So you might want it light actually, or no, heavy, because heavy makes it spin more. If you made it light, it would just go one click at a time, which would give you a lot more chances to burst it once it landed there. So then you wouldn't even go with you'd go with like bearing. That'd be funny. No, I don't think there's any other like aspects you can focus on aside from weird things like how many parts you can mess with the layer, like duo clips or most useless gimmicks it has, like Guardian Kirbyus. Actually, that could be funny. Something with the most useless gimmicks where the gimmick does absolutely nothing. So like Arc Bahamut does literally nothing mid battle. And then the disc, there's a few discs that have absolutely useless gimmicks. So we do Arc Bahamut with honestly Sting, because it will never really do the spring thing. The spring is super hard. I don't think it's actually Ratchet, because it moves the opposite way. Wait, no, it's a left spin, so it would actually work. I forgot. I guess Blitz, because what the hell are those tabs going to do? And then probably like a dual layer gimmick, something like Claw. Or Claw, I think Cycle, because those things will actually probably never touch the stadium. If you got a spinning chart that never touches the stadium, you got a part that moves when battle that never touches, and then a disc that has things that won't touch you. Well, that was a really goofy video. Hope you enjoyed if you watched to the end. You're Sigma. Yeah, see you in another video. Goodbye.